What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside host Nick Gosse. Now, we expect a move to be made soon. Well, maybe not soon, but we were expecting a move today, which is why we went live, maybe in anticipation. The Jays have placed Hyunjin Ryu and Chad Green on the 60-day injured list, which might lead us to believe that a couple roster spots are open and something might be on the horizon here.
Yeah, the intro there was a bit laggy. I think it's fixed now. The some weird stuff's going on with my laptop, but yeah, a move could be on the way. If not, we have some spring training stuff to report on. So hopefully the stream stays afloat here today. It's been a while. It's been I think 2 weeks now since we've officially went live. Hit the like button and more will come. It's a small crowd, only 9 people. Honestly, usually there's not a huge crowd in the waiting rooms for these. They usually start to pick up once we get going. Mantis, welcome back. I see you in the comment section of our videos. For Matt Moore, Robbie Grossman, either or. At this point, I feel like it's more likely. What's up, Owen? I feel like it's more likely to get Grossman at this point than Matt Moore. I think the bullpen's pretty solidified, but I don't know. Move could happen now that we can officially put on the injured list Ryu and Chad.
I think so too. I think Grossman is probably the more likely one of the two. Although I wouldn't rule out another reliever. It's never bad to have too much pitching because you never know, injuries, all that stuff could happen throughout the year. So it's all about depth, and the Jays have one of the deeper teams that I've seen in the past decade,
Yeah,
from them at least.
yeah. What's up, Fluffy Shark? How you doing? Now, Kian. What's up, Kian? How you doing? Now, Peter, I'll ask you this question: who would you rather between Robbie Grossman, I guess Matt Moore, or I forget who it was. You mentioned him in today's video. The other
Kyle
left-handed.
Garlick.
Yeah, Kyle
Kyle.
Garlick. Who would you rather out of those three?
I'd probably rather Robbie Grossman. Garlick's not a good defender. So I'd definitely go after Grossman. I maybe another lefty in the pen would be cool, but Andrew Chafin got signed, so I'd go Grossman. I'd lean Grossman. More versatility.
Yeah, and we haven't went live since any of those signings went down, which is a bit unfortunate. Is there anyone out of those? I obviously did the solo video on it that you were a bit upset about between the I guess Chafin. I forget who else got signed. There's a bunch. Alex Reyes ended up only.
Peralta.
So Reyes only ended up signing for a $1.1 million deal with incentives all the way up to $10 million.
Yeah, no, that means to me that he's not what he used to be. Like the guy's arm is just not the same. So I don't know how disappointed I am, especially considering all the other names that they've picked up. Chad Green, the Fernandezes, Nate Pearson is going to be in the mix. Same thing with the Oscar Zulueta. So no, I'm not disappointed about Alex Reyes. Andrew Chafin would have been cool, but yeah, no, not. I don't think there any drastic losses. Any of those guys not coming to Toronto.
Yeah, I think Andrew Chafin was maybe one that hurt a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like it may have been done. I want to tell you guys something that no one else is realizing. With Relvis Martinez, I think he's overrated on hard because if you look at his highlights, all of his big hits and homers are down the middle and pitches down the middle. It's interesting. Though me and Peter aren't too high on Relvis anyways, so it's not doesn't take a
No,
whole
we're
lot of
not.
convincing for us. Don't need a fourth outfielder who can't defend well. May as well use Nathan Lukes. Nathan Lukes, I I haven't heard much about him. Oh, I think Peters.
Of the hype that he's had, but he is 20 years old, so we got to keep that in mind. He's still got a lot of room to grow.
It's fixing the
Nick.
audio. The audio is a bit
Oh,
glitched for me here. They can still hear
all
you, Peter,
right.
though, so you can keep speaking. You're good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, he is 20. You don't know how he's gonna pan out. He probably won't be the superstar that they were expecting, but hey, man, I'm sure he could be a serviceable major leaguer, and if not, sell high on him. You have to think another like the season doesn't seem wise. Well, Kikuchi could be another option, and as a left-handed reliever as well. So let's not forget that Mitch White or Yusei Kikuchi are probably battling for that fifth spot as well. Maybe Ricky Tiedemann later down the line. So I don't know if it's that big of a deal anymore. Righty lefty doesn't matter as much just because of the three batter minimum. So it's not as big of a deal as it used to be a couple years ago.
Yeah, man, because I know we're lagging a bit. I don't know what's on the go tonight. The laptop's being weird. It's making me lag. So I don't know. We might have to keep it going for a bit, but if it continues to lag, we might have to. I don't know. It's being weird on me today. It's lagging a lot.
We'll try it a couple more minutes here, and then we'll see.
It's
Is
being
there any
weird.
chance that Jerkson profile is still left in play? Probably not for Toronto, because he's gonna want to play every day, and he deserves to play every day. He's a good player, so he won't get that over here. Don't think so.
Gucci does have a beard, Matt. He definitely does have a beard, which is I wonder if a Kikuchi revenge season, a revenge bearded season, is gonna come back. I think we might be fixed with the lag. I think the lag might be fixed. I think we're good. Just letting you know, I'm not going anywhere. Audio's fine. Yeah, no, I thank you, Mantis. I think we're good. Let me know if we're good now. I don't know what was good on my laptop. I just changed a couple things. We should be okay now. Let me know. It's always technical difficulties these days, but it
It's
happens.
okay.
It
It's all
happens.
right. So that's what live show's all about.
Exactly. I think we're good
Technical
now.
difficulties.
Make sure to hit that like button if you're new. Hit the subscribe button. I think we're good lagging now. Mantis, you can let me know. And Six Sports, I think we're good now. Yankees can't get profile probably. Bearded, you say. Nate Pearson too. I saw lots of things about Nate Pearson on the on Twitter today. Do you think Nate Pearson? I guess I'll ask. Lag is gone. Saved. Dave said saved. Yep, fixed. Love it. We love it. We're back. We're back in action. I don't know what was in the go, but we're here. Do you guys think Nate Pearson's gonna have any impact on the team? I'm asking you guys the question. Kian, thanks, Kian. Fix boys. I don't know why I was lagging. Very weird. Peter, I guess I'll ask you. Do you think Nate Pearson is gonna have any impact?
Yes, I do. I do. I think he's gonna make the team out of spring training. The stuff's too good, and he looks healthy. Hopefully, he can stay healthy the entire year. And you've invested so much in his development that you kind of have to give him a chance, at least in a low leverage spot. So yeah, I think he'll make an impact this year if he can
Yeah,
stay healthy.
yeah, I agree. I'm very curious to see, and it hasn't been, I guess, shown yet how fast he can pitch now. Because last time he was pitching, it was like 20, not 20, 96, 97, I think was what he was last clocked at. Not in the majors, but in the minors and on his rehab stuff. But now, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's healthy enough to hit 100 again. Maybe not. Maybe those times has passed. But
Well, he'll ramp it up. He'll ramp it up as spring training rolls along. I'm sure he could probably get back to 97, 98, maybe 99, touch 100 every now and then. But I want him to take it slow in spring training. Don't overexert himself. Lewis on Twitter, one of the notable Jays fans, basically said he used 28 of his 205 pitches that he has in his arm. So Nate Pearson's got to take it easy, just like the rest of the guys. Just ramp it up slowly. Use spring training to get your reps in, and don't overexert yourself.
I agree. Yeah, that was a hilarious tweet. I saw that as well. Nate got a pitch off the bullpen well first couple months before he gets a chance to start. Yeah, I think the Nate Pearson starter train has sailed, has well
Yeah, me
sailed.
too.
But maybe a fifth, sixth inning guy to start, and then maybe ramp him up to the seventh. I don't see Pearson hitting 100 ever again. I think he's around 96, 98. I would agree with that. Would you guys still keep Luke Bard in the minors, keep Trevor Richards in the Blue Jays roster? Yeah, I don't. Well, Trevor Richards doesn't have options, so I definitely assume they just keep Trevor Richards there. Beer Kikuchi. I'm excited for Beer Kikuchi. We have a video coming tomorrow that I guess we already recorded today, but it's coming tomorrow, and it's funny. Kikuchi and Ryu are both reporting to camp, ready to go, ready to go.
I'm also ready to go, man. I'm fired up for spring training. So fired up.
I don't know when the first game is. I think it's soon. Three weeks.
25th, I
2 weeks.
think, could it be?
Something like that. I think we're getting a lot more televised games this year than we were last year. I know last year's was pretty
Let me check.
pretty dull. Bearded Kikuchi is a 1.27 ERA pitcher. Does Mitch White have options? I do believe Mitch White has options, yes. I'm gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure he does have options. The thing is though, like they gave up not a ton, but they gave up a couple decent prospects for him. So I wonder how much they want to keep him up to at least try. But I think to give Kikuchi the chance first. Obviously, Kikuchi has a lot more.
The first game is on the 25th. I
Okay,
don't know if that's a televised game, but let's see.
twenty
I don't
fifth.
think so. I because it's an away game. I'm
I
not
remember
sure.
we made the video on that the other day, and I don't remember which exact ones were televised, but I know it was. I know it's a good few of them, and I know some of the away games are televised too. I think the 29th might be televised as well. I also think Richard has more stuff than Luke Barrett and more experience. Yeah, I think Luke Barrett is just some depth. I don't think he has the potential to do much, but maybe he had a couple of good years. Mitch White is out of options. Okay, so he is out of options. I don't know why I thought he had options.
Really, he's out of options.
I
Wow.
guess I mean he is like 26 years old, I think.
Is he?
Wish we still had Max Castillo. Yeah, that trade was an interesting one. Who I don't even remember what trade that
It was
was.
for Whit Merrifield. Whit Merrifield.
Right, right, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
when Whit Merrifield steals 20 bags this year and hits 290, then we'll revisit that conversation.
I miss the Max Castillo days. I thought he was going to be a decent like starter. He was better. I always had more faith in him than Thomas Hatch and I guess Casey Lawrence.
Yeah, yeah, he was pretty solid. He had a couple good games there.
Casey Lawrence used
He
to always.
looked good.
Casey Lawrence used to always come in and and do his thing. Now I wonder how is Max Castillo, how did Max Castillo do with the Kansas City Royals? A 10 ERA. Okay. Pretty horrible.
Hmm. His changeup's very good. I was very impressed. Who do you think will have a sneaky breakout year? I don't know. I don't know because I don't know how many rookies are going to make the team, but my bet would probably either be Nate Pearson or Kevin Biggio, one of the two.
I like Addison Barger as that guy. Striker
You think
guy.
he'll make the team? You
I
think
don't
he'll
know.
make the team?
Maybe not. I
If
don't.
he does, then yeah. If he does, but I don't think he will. I don't know.
I guess he has sneaky. It probably. I have no clue. Striker guy. Mitch White isn't what we saw last year. He should improve. Yeah, he got a mix of unlucky and just really bad defense behind him. And obviously he doesn't have a strikeout pitch, but he has some stuff that can turn into a strikeout pitch, which is kind of the main thing. I think it was
Hmm.
his
Hmm.
curveball should be able to turn into a strikeout pitch. I read there's something about it. Biggio, yeah, probably Biggio, probably Biggio. Mitch White will be a useful pitcher. His advanced stats suggest a high 3 ERA. I've seen that as well. But then the question is like,
Yeah,
why was he so bad last year? Must have been
yeah. He got
defense.
hit hard. He got hit hard. His location was just not. It was not there. It was not there.
And not only that, well, maybe we obviously have improved defense this year. The Rogers Center probably won't do him any favors, the new dimensions, but maybe it'll do our offense some favors when he goes out there, which I guess could ultimately help him. Though I don't know how many starts he's going to end up getting. I guess it depends on how Yusei Kikuchi does, because you think Yusei Kikuchi has the fifth spot. White should start over Kikuchi for the fifth spot, and that's an interesting question that I don't know. Shane Turner, hotter take. Biggio spending more time at second base all year than anyone else, or Varsho playing more center fielder than Kiermaier. I think it's more. I think it's more likely that Biggio spends more time at second base. I don't honestly. Do you
Yeah, I
have
don't
much
know.
of
I don't know how much outfield he's going to play. I really don't think. I don't think he'll play much outfield at all. Honestly, there's guys ahead of him. Like Whit Merrifield's probably ahead of him in that category. So I don't know. It's all about opportunity for Biggio. If he
now?
gets an opportunity, he's got to take advantage of it
Yeah,
because
he
he's
was
never taken
asking, do you think
advantage.
Biggio spends more time at second base than anyone else, or Varsho plays more center fielder than Kiermaier? You think which of those out of those two
Oh,
options, which one do you think is more likely?
oh,
Which I probably
probably
second
Varsho.
base. Varsho? Yeah,
Probably.
honestly, you're probably right because Kiermaier. If Kiermaier gets hurt, you move Varsho over. You're probably right. Bad defense with White. I agree. I think if Ricky Tiedemann gets called up, his stats will be like Manoah's rookie year. That's the hope and the goal. I don't know if it's likely that he gets called up. It's probably unlikely. Maybe as a September call up.
Y-
Mike,
Yeah.
it's fair.
Well, the thing, what was I gonna say now? With Varsho, when a lefty is pitching, he's probably gonna play over Kevin Kiermaier. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know.
No, I think so too. And then you put honestly against lefty, maybe put Whit Merrifield in left. Put Espinal at second. I think that might be
Hmm.
a pretty, or even just put Witt in center, put Varsho in left, depending on how that goes. Mike
Yeah.
Arsenault is saying Biggio is not good and will 100% not have a breakout season. We need to move on from that guy. I think there's a good chance that we move on from him, but I don't think he's bad. I just don't know if he's a great utility guy. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play too
One more
much.
year. One more year. That's my patience is running thin with Kevin Biggio as well, but I give him one more year. I don't know how much he's going to play in 2023, but I still think he's got some sort of potential left in him. He's a lefty bat as well. He could play a lot of positions. Good base runner. I think he gets one more chance.
I agree. And then or maybe we trade him at this deadline for a bullpen pitcher, which is also possible. Rachit saying Biggio, Espinal, and Merrifield all start a game. How do you field them? Espinal short. I mean, if it's just those three, Espinal short, Biggio second, Merrifield one of the outfielders positions. But I mean, if you haven't
I'd
taken into
probably
account
put
Bichette, then it's a bit harder.
I'd put Witt in left. I'd say Espinal at second, Biggio at first,
Yeah, I guess
maybe
it makes more
on
sense.
an off day.
That's more. Yeah,
But
that's
I,
more
I don't
likely to
see I
happen.
don't see those guys starting ever. All three of them.
Who's your
It
boy's
seems
choice for platoon left fielder? Jerkson Profile, Robbie Grossman, in-house or blockbuster trade like Reynolds? I think Robbie Grossman would be the best fit. We made a video on that today, and I think it's the most likely out of those. I don't think a blockbuster trade is going to happen, though. I guess in-house is probably the more likely option, is the most likely option. But I think Robbie Grossman would be very very nice. It's just I don't know if he wants to play as a
Yeah,
fourth outfielder and not get much playing time.
yeah. I think we can rule out Profar and Brian Reynolds. I don't think that's gonna happen, but definitely Robbie Grossman is probably the more likely one. And if you don't get Grossman, I mean, there's not much after that, so it'd probably have to be in house.
Do we need Robbie Grossman? We have so many organizational depth pieces like Otto Lopez, Spencer Horwitz. He actually has plus power. Yeah, that's probably what the front office is thinking. But at the same time, Grossman is more proven and he mashed lefties last year, so you kind of would know what you're getting plus veteran presence. But it depends if they want to keep spending or not. And he wouldn't be too expensive. Though I still don't know if he'd want to play limited time on our team.
Yeah, I'm not too high on Spencer Horowitz. Like he's okay. He's okay. He's an older prospect, 25 years old. He's pretty mid. He does. I wouldn't say he has like plus power. He's got okay power, but I don't know. I
Yeah, I
I
agree,
don't know.
Mike. I agree. Biggio, he's all right. He doesn't. He obviously has a pretty like. He has a great eye. He walks a lot, but when he doesn't really handle velocity well at all, and he doesn't barrel the ball well at all. So I don't know.
Look, having Kevin Biggio on your team as the 12th man is not the worst thing in the world. There are he would probably start on, I'd say, like 15 to 20 MLB teams and he'd be okay. So
Yeah,
the depth is there. There's a lot of depth, and this is a good problem to have if we're debating whether or not Kevin Biggio is going to play 50 plus games or not.
and he could even honestly start in the Jays, like or start a few games with the Jays, and it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. When do you think Ryu will come
Hmm.
up? Will come back? I think it's late summer. I think is what people are
All
were
Star
saying.
break.
All Star break, yeah.
Yeah, All Star break.
There's very likely to be an injury. An experienced fourth outfielder is critical. That is a great point as well. If there is an injury, you'd obviously
Hmm.
rather have Robbie Grossman than someone like I guess Nathan Lukes, who hasn't played in the majors before.
Oh,
Especially if we're going for
Horowitz.
yeah, especially going for a World Series run, which it seems like they are trying to do with all the moves that they've made. Also, make sure to hit the like button if you're new. I know we have around 80 viewers in here now, which is pretty solid. Hit the subscribe button daily or almost daily. Jay's content.
Exactly. Matthew over here said, I feel like you could sell Grossman not only on rotating rest days, but also on the health of Kiermaier and Springer. That's what I was just going to say. Like, you rather have an experienced guy because, at some point, one of the two is probably going to go down just as a maintenance day, like maybe a 10-day stint on the IL, something like that. So, uh, I think we got to monitor that as well, and that's where the experience is very important.
And like we said in today's video, he's probably just waiting on because he hasn't signed yet. He's obviously probably just waiting on a potentially more playing time deal. But if not, I feel like he might come back to the Jays. Another point I have with Grossman, we could have used a lefty masher in the past season, so why wouldn't we have tried to trade for him? he wasn't on very good teams in the past. It would have helped for. I think we did try to trade for him, but I just don't think it ever worked out. I remember there
Well,
was some rumors.
the Jays were always right-handed. They always had like nine righties in their lineup. Like they didn't need another lefty
Yeah,
masher. They had Teoscar Hernandez, Lourdes Gurriel, who hits lefties very well. So I mean, they didn't need Robbie Grossman. Now they do because they have more lefties and they don't need him. But it would be a great luxury to have a guy that just absolutely crushes lefties.
it basically needs completely flipped once we made our trades, which is kind of funny. We used to have tons of righties, and now we have well, we don't have too many lefties, but we need some more lefty hitters. Larry, how you doing? How come you don't hear about the fielder at Buffalo that was on everybody's radar? Can't think of his name. Was he not in the 40-man list earlier this year? The fielder at Buffalo. Which
Is
one?
it Barger?
Might be Addison Barger. Or yeah, I think are you talking about Addison Barger? Limousine, hey Nick and Peter, how you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well. Still getting over
Me too,
flu,
man.
but
Yeah,
not doing too bad. We
been
wanted to
very
go live.
busy,
Yeah.
but had some time today, so we wanted to go live for a little bit.
I think the Jays management are selling their infielders to get more at bats while playing corner outfield. I definitely think it's possible, though. Again, there's only so many, spots that you can guarantee. Do you feel if the Jays sign Grosson, would that be the Jays' last move? I think so, 100%. Yeah, I don't think they have many moves left. There's a good chance that they just stay pat for the rest of the offseason and see what they have and make the rest of their moves at the trade deadline.
How many homers do you think Varsho will get? You can answer that one, Nick.
How many home runs Varsho? I'd say 29 when it's all said and done. I'm gonna go with that's my
I'd go
prediction.
27. 27 is mine.
Good point, guys. I forgot. So Astros claim Mac Gage. I did see that. Which is interesting. I wonder what happened with that because I still don't know why we released him instead of. I still don't know what happened with that. Maybe something will come out, which is very, very interesting. But anyone who thinks Varsho plays more center field than Kevin Kiermaier has to also think the fourth outfielder will be getting used a lot. If it's not a strong player, it could be the weak link on the team. Definitely. Please stop with the Matt Gage talk. Matt Gage was solid. I don't think he was as good as his ERA said he was last year in his 11 games. I think it's definitely due for some regression. However, it also wouldn't surprise me if he goes to the Astros and turns into another one of their elite relievers because they do have a ton of them. They have it seems like everybody, kind of like the Rays, everyone who goes to the Astros ends up doing really, really well.
Yeah, I wish him all the best. I wish Matt Gage all the best in Houston. He was good, but I just don't think he fits on this team anymore. Now, I don't even think he's going to make the Astros bullpen. He'll probably be on their 40 man, but I don't know. I think there's too many options now in the Jays bullpen where they don't need Matt Gage.
Wait till the season starts and get Jimenez off Chicago once they're not competitive. I honestly think that's the Jays' plan, not necessarily Jimenez, but once some teams are uncompetitive, but with the extended playoffs, it makes the deadline a bit harder because most teams are competitive. Um, but at the same time, I think the trade deadline's going to be crazy this year.
I think so too, and we're going to be all over it for you guys, so don't worry about that.
I think Varsho hits 35 home runs with all the AL seats, stadium, right field being pretty short. I could definitely see a world where he hits 35, though. I would probably again. Mine was 29, so that's only 6 more home runs. But I don't know if he hits 35 home runs, he'll have a 5+ WAR, unless he just loses his ability to hit for average. Second with that kill Gage talk. Yeah, I heard a lot about Matt Gage was a big topic of conversation before. As soon as it happened, it's gonna die down.
I just think it's not that big of a deal. Like he's like I think he's like 29 years old or something like he's a fringe major
Yeah,
leaguer.
I'll check.
I don't know. He's
He's
good, but
30.
let's not
He's 30.
yeah. Let's not overrate him either. He's not the second coming of Andrew Miller.
Yeah, well, the weird thing was he pitched he pitched with a 1.89 ERA and however many innings last year, and then we still sent him down for the remainder of the year, even though, so clearly,
Well, super small sample size
yeah.
too. Like we gotta keep that in mind.
Varsho stats versus lefties is scary bad. If you make adjustments there, he'll be fine. Otherwise, we'll be platooning him. I don't think we platoon him though, honestly. I think they just let him ride it out and see what he does against lefties. But his numbers are pretty bad against lefties, which is a bit of a concern. And that's when we brought up when the trade initially happened and we had our live stream about it. That being said, I think he'll grow. He's still young, 26 years old. and I think he'll be good. I'm also curious to see how the Diamondbacks do this year.
Yeah, they're going to be an exciting team to watch. I'm not only excited to see Gabby Moreno, but Corbin Carroll as well, who I think is going to win Rookie of the Year in the National League.
How many home runs does Vlad hit this season? 50 plus? Maybe like, my guess is probably 46. 46 would be my, in between 2021 and 2022. 46.
Yeah. Let me see here. So upset that we didn't get Alex Reyes. It was well within our reach with the salary and the incentives. But yeah, if he's getting 1.1 million, then that just shows that he's not the same pitcher that he used to be. And the Jays have better options internally or even just that they currently have right now. So I don't know. I'm not too upset about it.
What's your Vladdy home run prediction, Peter?
42.
42.
Yeah.
Varsho versus Rodon. Yeah, 46. Varsho versus Rodon. How good can Varsho do? I mean, how good can anyone do against Rodon?
Yeah.
Especially a lefty who doesn't hit well against lefties, so probably not great. That being said, how often are we going to face Rodon? Obviously a few times, but I'll take our chances with Bo Bichette, George Springer, and company there for that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right, a couple more questions, and we'll wrap it up. Yeah, Peter's feeling a bit under the weather today.
I want to thank you all for the support that we've gotten, all the viewers that we have in here. Yeah, we'll wrap up in a little bit. Been a busy time for Nick and I, so we'll just answer a couple more questions here and go from there.
All right, Matt, do you think Bo will lead the AL in hits for 3 years in a row? Hot take, yes. I don't know if it's hot. I guess it's not that hot. I think he does again. His hitting is never the issue. It's everything but the bat that is the issue with Bo. And I think that, what's up, Isaac? I think he continues to do well. I think he leads the AL next year. So all right, 2 more questions. Is trading both Teo and Lourdes a mistake? Now Jays are searching for a right-handed outfielder. No, I don't think. The only way those trades end up being a mistake is if somehow Varsho is either really bad or, honestly, I like the Teoscar trade anyways. Change the clubhouse, get a great bullpen arm, and it kind of opened up the Chris Bassett signing. So no, I don't think we're gonna regret those trades. And Addison Berger, Isaac says, I guess he could also be replacing that left-handed bat that we need.
We got to give Varsho time. We got to give him time to get acclimated to a new team, a new league. It was tough for Matt Chapman at first, and then look at him. He became one of the best players on the Blue Jays towards the end of the season. So we got to judge Varsho fairly. I think he's going to have a very good year, and just be patient.
All right, that'll wrap it up. A pretty short live stream. We had a good amount of viewers. Make sure to hit the like button. We're at 80 now. Pretty solid for a Monday night. We're both sick, so it's a bit rough. Make sure to hit the like button.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button, and we'll wrap that up there. It was good to see all of you. I know it was a bit of a weird time for a live stream there, but we figured we'd get one in. Philly Jays shouldn't have put Lourdes in the trade or put Biggio or Espinal. We wouldn't have to look for an outfielder now. Yeah, but Lourdes, I think they wanted to change up the defense, but that'll wrap it up. We have a video coming out for you guys tomorrow. It'll be a pretty, not early video, but probably around like 3 Eastern or something like that, and it's going to be a good one. We'll have lots of live streams coming up soon. The games are about to start. We'll have some spring training reactions and maybe some post-game live streams to a big spring training game or something like that. But we're going to wrap it up now. Thank you all for the support, and I guess we'll see you in tomorrow's video or then the next live stream, which hopefully will happen within sometime this week. Thanks for tuning in, Matt and everyone.